today we are going to do a review of Jordan Page's Budget Bootcamp.
Budget Bootcamp.
It was really fun watching all the videos and doing the homework assignments and stuff.
There's a misconception that we all kind of know what we're doing with finances. And when you really sit down and look at it with a coach, really telling you, walking you through the steps, it helps you realize you have really no idea how to do your own finances until you have someone help you.
Yeah. In the past, we have done other budget courses. We did one through our Institute courses.
And we did Dave Ramsey.
We did a Dave Ramsey course.
That was pretty eye-opening. But
Yeah.
I feel like what Jordan teaches is so much more in-depth and like personal.
Yeah.
It's also very family-based too.
Yeah.
So she's gearing it towards not just, oh, here's some random person that has debt and here's your income. It's more focusing on, okay, the family expenses, who's earning the money? Where do we spend money? And like the relationship between people and the responsibilities of each person spending the money and handling the money.
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things are the stories that she tells. I love her stories. And Jordan, if you watch this, you really have to make those into children's books because I would love to read those as children's books to my kids. Oh my goodness, they would love it.
The stories definitely stick in your head.
Yeah.
You never see a sleeping bag or a flashlight the same way ever again.
I also really loved the worksheets that she has you do. Instead of just learning about it, with everything that she teaches, you do a worksheet. And this isn't something that's meant to be done as just one of the spouses. If I were to be really interested in it, and Kirk here were not interested for whatever reason.
Me?
Then if I tried to do it by myself, it just wouldn't work. And that's one of the things that she talks about is the importance of coming together and figuring out together what your roles are going to be financially. I really loved that. We had never divvied up our roles. We've been married for 10 years. And we just kind of worked with what we had. And I naturally like numbers, and he doesn't. And so it just kind of fell into my lap. And the areas that I'm not as good at sometimes just fall through the cracks. But going through her course helped me realize that we need to fix those cracks. And then whether it's a small amount of money coming in or a lot of money coming in, it doesn't matter because we'll be able to handle it.
Well, I really like that it's made me become more accountable for my money. Yes, I'm not great with numbers. It's the wrong side of the brain for me, I guess. But, divvying out responsibilities, it's made me take accounting of how I spend money, how I look at money, how we budget for things. Another thing I love about the Budget Bootcamp program is that regardless of how much money you end up making, if your income is not that big, or if you make millions of dollars every year, it's not about the value number, it's about percentages. So it can really be applied to everyone's situation. As long as you follow within those patterns that she is trying to get you to establish, you could apply it to any situation. In fact, you probably should reassess, if there is a big job change or a loss of income or a gain in income, or you win the lottery one day, how do you budget that money to meet your current circumstance? Because it's always going to change.
Yeah. The way she talks about it is very, very smart. She says that she doesn't like numbers and money, and that's the reason why she got into it, basically, is because she had to pick up the pieces anyway, even though she didn't like it. But she's really good at it, even though she doesn't like it. I really like the percent thing, too. She is really good about saying, if this doesn't fit in your situation, slightly adjust it so that it will work. But you gotta follow something. You can't just go, okay, I'm not gonna worry about it, it doesn't work, I'll just go into debt. Because I've got to live, right? You have to figure out something. And her guidelines are easy enough to adjust that in any situation, at least a form of them can work. When we first started her program, we had to slightly adjust the percentages. It works right now, and we'll readjust those percentages as time goes by until they are exactly the percentages that she recommends.
So, do I recommend Budget Bootcamp by Jordan Page? Duh. Yeah. It's a great program if you have a very small amount of income and you feel embarrassed about money, so you're feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. No. You should take this. If you have a lot of money, then yeah, you should also take this too, so you can do smart things with your money. Yeah. And it's not just what you can do and what you will do, and it's all about, me.
It's about running your family efficiently.
And there's always an element of giving too.
Yeah. This is just kind of an example of some of the worksheets she has. I didn't want to show you the full worksheets just because they're her copyrighted work. But I really love it. Like this one, the 70% rule flowchart. It's not just a chart that you look at. It is a chart where you fill in your numbers and then you split up your budget based on these percentages. And then the bank account flowcharts is really nice too. And this one is an Excel sheet and her techniques with using an app like YNAB. It's been life-changing for me. And there's been several other things that have helped me with budgeting too. But really, Budget Bootcamp and YNAB are two things I never want to live without again.